So the idea was to become a rock star because a lot of my friends and relatives, Kallan Maklu, had told me that I sing very well. So believing my relatives, I quit my job, my friends especially, worst fellows I had. So I quit my job and came back to India, and then I realized that none of the record labels are ready to listen to me. None of the record labels thought I was a good musician or my music will sell. And for next 7 years, I would record small demos every few months and travel to Mumbai to meet a new record label, and every time got promptly rejected. In 2006, I met this really major record label, and I was asked to meet the concerned person at 10 o'clock, so I was there promptly. And I was made not just wait for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, but 5 hours. And I'm, yeah man, you're not Makla. So for 5 hours, I'm sitting in the lobby waiting for this person to turn up. And every now and then I'm asking the receptionist, is that person coming at all? I'm hungry, I've not eaten. And the receptionist kept ushering, yeah, we'll meet that person. Finally, at 5 o'clock in the evening, this lady walks out and said, by now, usually people go away, but you're still here, so I'm giving you 5 minutes, tell me what your story is. So I said, I have given my demo CD already, did you listen to it? And do you think I can get a recording deal? Do you think it's worth it? She started laughing at me, saying, have you seen your face in the mirror? You think, I feel you, bro, control. So the idea was that she told me, she said, look at your face, I can't even make a music video and put it on MTV that ladies will go gaga and buy your CD. I don't know if she was telling the truth, maybe she was, but it really hurt me, So I walked out, she said, unless you have 35 lakhs or something like that to promote yourself, don't come back again. So with that note, I walked out like a zombie, I crossed the linking road in Andheri. I was standing at the median to get across, and that's when it hit me that maybe I was just chasing this mad dream in my head and I should just give up. And I thought, I cursed all my cousins, relatives, friends who had told me I was good at whatever I would do. And I broke down, I cried, looked up at the sky, cursed God, saying, I've been nice to you, man, what the What the front door? What the front door? So and that's when I got a call from my friend Shashank Ghosh, who used to be my roti kapda makan. Whenever I would go to Mumbai, I would stay at his house. And he said, look, since I couldn't reach you, your phone was switched off, I had already committed for a concert, you had to go and play a concert in a bar called Zenzi in Bandra. I saw that as a sign from the universe saying, okay, this is going to be my last concert, I'm going to sing my heart out, and then next day morning I'm going to go back to Mysore, hang up my guitar and probably look for a job like a school teacher or something like that. So with that mind, at 8 o'clock I started my concert. There were only 4 people in the audience. All the 4 were my own friends who had come on the guest list. And they were going like, go Raghu, so I go on singing and slowly people start trickling in, and by around 10 o'clock I finished my concert to a very loud applause of about 250 people in that small room. No big deal, they were all there to get drunk and I happened to be playing in one corner, that's all. But luckily they all forgot about their drinks and clapped for me, and that was a good sign for me, and I felt good. And I said, this is it, this is over now. I shall pack my guitar and head back to Mysore next morning. And I was packing my guitar and just then somebody tapped on my shoulder. I turned around and it was Vishal Dadlani. So our man says, किसके गाने हैं? बहुत अच्छे, कोई release करो. Why haven't you got a recording deal yet? All that crap. That, you know how dramatic I am. So I put out my sob story in the most dramatic fashion. I don't know what happened to Vishal. Vishal said, look, all that is fine, but I want Shekhar to listen to you. Please come to my studio next day morning. So next day morning, I go to Vishal Shekhar's studio instead of going to bus stand and catch my bus to Mysore. And they were there promptly on time, and I started singing for them because Vishal said, start singing because Shekhar has to listen to you. And as soon as I started singing, they started talking. And I'm wondering in my head, Is this the way Mumbai people treat people? Very bad. I'm singing and they're talking like this lady was looking at her phone. Hey, I like you, da. Chumma like that. Okay, so I'm very angry, but I'm still singing. And somewhere in the fourth song, in the middle of the song, Vishal raised his hands and was like, 1 minute. And I'm like, dude, what's this? So we were just talking. Of course, we will just start a new record label and you'll be our first artist. Would you be interested to sign on? And yeah, I said, I'm hungry, I can eat. So that's how our album came out in 2007, and we went on to become the highest selling non-film music album in India. And by 2010, we were number 1 on the UK World Music Charts 7-8 times. And we've probably played every big music festival in the UK, and we've traveled about 30 countries so far, clocked about 1,500 concerts. But that's not the story. The story is at that particular point on Median when I said, this must be a mad dream and I should give up. And I gave up and I cried and I thought I should go back home. I think everybody will reach a point in life where you just want to give up. Even the best of your efforts is probably not enough. And at that point when you break down and you give up, you might even look up at the sky just like I did and curse God for putting you there because you didn't deserve to be there. But then when you're crying and screaming at God, God is not going to come, across through the clouds with background score, thunder, lightning, and said, what do you want, my son? Why did you send me a WhatsApp? You could have sent me a WhatsApp. Why are you screaming like this? But what he does instead is send ordinary people like you and I into our lives to make his magic happen. And I can sit all night one day and tell you innumerable number of instances in my life where amazingly beautiful, completely strangers have walked into my life and made magic happen. And that's why I think we should all believe that people are good and keep your heart and minds open for that goodness to walk in. And as long as we believe that there is goodness in people, I think magic will keep happening in all of us. No temple, no mosque, no church, no anything else can prove the fact that God exists. Only people and their goodness will prove that God exists. Somebody's watching over there. That's what this next song is all about. This one is called Parasiva.